Hello everyone. So I've mostly got my new setup figured out. I I have my camera pointed directly at me now. It's in between two monitors. Um, I've always liked having two monitor setups, but now I have to look in one direction. I'll figure this out. I'm used to going up and down when I'm looking at monitors instead of left and right. And I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to record yet because I needed a new microphone arm that would actually fit in this area that I can attach to my new desk, and thought I was going to get it tomorrow. But I actually got it like a couple hours ago. So I was able to set everything up. Seems like it's all running fine. So we're at 4 done now. Hopefully, I don't end up losing my very first game. And it looks like everything is set up properly. So let's jump into a game here. All right, looks like I am black. Let's see if they stay. They did not. They did not want me to play. I get it. Don't worry. I understand. I wouldn't want me to play either. Black again. And it looks like they are going to let me play this time. And he's going to approach me right away. I actually like to just answer this. I don't like to Tanuki again when they approach high. I always feel like it's stronger when they attach into the corner. So I don't like to Tanuki. But they're also going to be playing here on the bottom. So this also feels pretty good. I'm just going to play another 3-4 facing the other direction because I don't want to be facing him. I'd much rather be facing this way and take the corner again. Let's see if he wants to make a giant Moyo. He does not want to make a giant Moyo. Okay. We're going to play very, very, very basic Joseki stuff here. This will be fun. You know, I actually do not want the right side of the board. I don't really want that at all. So I think I do actually want to just pincer here and not care. Because if I back off, I'm not really making any points on this side of the board. It doesn't really feel like much. So I would rather make a little bit of a base here and go out towards the center. If I play low, it's a little bit better for attacking these stones. High is going to be fine as well. This one's sort of interesting. If I attach and separate, I do lose the corner, and it seems difficult for me. So I think I would rather attach on this side and just live in the corner if I can. We'll see what he wants to let me do. This is going to be the same move. I'm just attaching underneath him everywhere. That's just funny, actually. And we're just going to live, be nice, and alive everywhere. We got 3 corners. More than enough to win now. And they defended. This is not completely defended, by the way. If I attach here, they have to extend, and I will be able to cut here. Which means I do want to put a little bit of pressure on this group in some way, though it is difficult. Feels like I want to go this direction, but I don't have any extension over here. But if I play here, he can just jump right away. So I think I want to do a little bit of surrounding from this side. Ooh. They're just going to let me cut him here. I was not expecting that. So should I cut? If I just jump here and they jump, then I can cut. If I cut now, that could be bad, I guess. But let's just jump out first and not worry about it. Because they are not connected very well. I think that cut just seems good. All right, let's cut. I got some extra strength here. Not entirely sure what he was thinking with this shape. I think he could have played this move first here, this one that he backed off with. Then he would have had good shape. I would have pushed and jumped, and it would have ended up very similar. But in this case, I get to cut him directly. And can I block here is a good question. If I block, he has this Atari and this block here. I can Atari him and then capture the stone. That does look good. If I connect here and he pulls back this way, I'll just turn. If he pulls back this way, you can do the Atari first and then pull back. Then I turn, he does this one. I do this. Hane connect. Not exactly sure. So I will just connect. It looks like they could maybe connect underneath if I'm not careful there. So I think that'll be the simplest way for me to play. And just turn here. Just prevent him from connecting up. Yep, just block everything off. It's okay if he lives, because now he has a weak group on the outside. And this move is going to make this other group annoyed, we can say. And there is still another cut here on this side. Looks like we can get this move in Sente, and he can also get that move later, which would be really big for him. So I wouldn't mind taking this move now. Take this big endgame now, because it is Sente. We do have another cut here, but our group is not necessarily alive. We want to fix that first, I think. And we could try to do it from this way with this move here. And then if they extend, we now have the backup from capturing these 2 stones. And if they do this sort of tiger's mouth move, we have the ability to jump out here. So I think that should be good. There's breaking the bamboo joint. We want to threaten the cutting stones. Those cutting stones are important. Wow, he did not want to even respond to that. And he's playing much too close. So we are going to pincer that stone. Yeah. Pincer and surround the stone. Our group is fairly strong here. We don't really need to worry about it. If we attach here and do this one, and they extend, then we can just capture the stones and we're good.
7, 6,
If they capture, we can come over the top.
4,
So it feels like this is a good Tetsuji here to try to manage the situation. We'll see what they do. So we just need to make sure to kill these 2 stones as best we can. So we're going to block here. We got to take away Liberties. And we want to block again. Take away more Liberties. He's Atariing this way, which doesn't really matter. We want to capture these 2 stones, so I'm fine with connecting here. I'm not worried about the points in this little tiny area. I'm worried about the safety of my groups, right? So he's connecting here, which is threatening this ladder. So I'm just going to connect solidly here. I don't even need to read the ladder. It's likely that it works for him. He's going to get a lot of forcing moves no matter what from it. So I should just protect. And we'll just protect here as well. And I'm happy to capture these stones. He's focused a little bit more on sacrificing things here. That's not the focus right now. The focus right now is the fact that he has this gigantic weak group here. And he has this cutting point on the other side. This group is the weakest group right now. What I think I want to do is I think I just want to fix my weakest group. I'm going to Hane here, which is threatening to push and cut. And I'm going to capture this stone. It seems very slow, but capturing it ensures that my group is going to be alive. I'm going to capture it directly. I don't want to give another forcing move. And now that this group is alive, I can sort of do whatever I want here. So when I'm jumping out this way, I'm actually attacking his stones. So this is a really bad idea for him. Because now I can threaten his stones again. This attachment is now threatened. My group is alive here. Is he going to cut? Okay. I was a little surprised. He could have cut if he really wanted to, I guess. But this doesn't really give him too many eyes or anything, so I'm fine with this. It's not too different from what I was expecting. I was expecting just the kick here, and then I would extend. So he did the kick and then bumped here, basically. And there is this Aji here. But I have a little bit of weakness. So I think, let me see. If he Atari's here, I'd have to connect and then I don't have 2 eyes.
7,
So this move here would give me 2 eyes.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So what I want to do is I want to make sure my group is 100% alive before going all in on the attack. So I'm just going to separate everything. Even if he cuts here, that doesn't really matter. I can just give up those 2 stones. It's not that big of a deal. So it looks like we can just peep here and cut him off and take this profit here. I am fine with that, I guess. It was unexpected, but I guess he does get this cut here. Okay, you know what? I missed that. That was a good point. That was a good point.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
I'm going to connect here, threaten the cut. See what he does. He's not actually worried about this cutting point. So I guess I will take it.
Yoyomi now starts.
Okay, he can have that. That's perfectly fine. I was taking the other side. We'll just do all the forcing moves we can to make sure we don't have any issues here. And we probably don't. I don't have to necessarily play a safe move, right? But I'm going to, just to make sure that there's not something I'm going to end up misreading later. It makes it so much easier, okay? Much, much easier. So I got profit here. I got some profit on the left side. We got, that's interesting. He decided to do that one. Oh, he wants to take all this as points now. Okay. I'm going to capture here just because it's a free move. Oh, he's doing it that way. That's kind of interesting. You could have just blocked. That wouldn't have mattered too much. And let's see what he wants on the bottom here. I'm just going to threaten to come in to the corner. I'm coming into the side, but I'm threatening to come into the corner. So I'm going to continue to come into the corner. I guess I can cut here. This seems potentially good. If I capture the stone, that would be good for me. And this also means that I can have this attachment here. And then I can just extend, which is threatening to Atari, and capture the stones. I think I can just back off. I was going to block. I was thinking about that for a second. But he peeps here. It's a little bit annoying. I'm going to back off instead. Okay. So I guess I will just protect. I'm not too worried about that, I think. I don't want to give up these 3 stones. That's where my life is. So we need to be careful. Okay, so he has some points over here. Has some points over here. And a couple points here. And I have this fairly large area, this fairly large area. So it does seem somewhat difficult.
7, 6, 5.
And I think
4, 3, 2.
I am just perfectly happy to take some endgame now. And I don't think I have to do anything too special. Not exactly sure what he's going for, but he just wants a couple more points here in the center. But I think I can get this Hane, which would be really, really big endgame, which is likely better than what he's able to get here. And I even have more endgame in that area. So here, I think there's potentially
8,
some sort of good Aji here,
6,
but
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm just going to push here first. But I think I can get this attachment. I was looking at it for a little bit. Because he has to worry about this stone here. There's the clamping move. If he goes down, I can cut. And if he has to Atari me and I can Atari him, then that would be too good for me. So he has to be very careful with how he responds to this move.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So we're just going to do this one here, which he has to back off from, which is a little bit annoying for him. And there's even more cutting points here. Do I need to worry about that at all?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm not going to worry. I'm going to play some more big endgame. I kind of want to do something now. So let's see how he responds. I'm going to cut here. And we'll see if you guys can see what's going on here. There's a lot of cutting points everywhere in this shape. And there's a lot of good endgame I can potentially get as well. There we go. It's connecting on that side. Which means I likely will get some sort of endgame on this side. I might even just be able to cut directly. But I'm just going to do the clamp. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it very, very simple. I didn't want to try to do any special pushing and cutting thing, which may have worked. But yeah, just going to keep it simple for now. Doesn't look like there's anything I have to worry about here. So we're just going to play some more big end-game stuff.
9.
We'll threaten to capture these stones. These 3 on the side here. Yeah, if we can capture them, that would be very nice for me. We're going to connect here to make sure we're very much alive, and it's also threatening to capture more stuff. Seems like a nice exchange for us. And it looks like we can attach to this stone and try to reduce this area by a little bit. Because we can cut here. And just Atari through. which will be really good for us because there's more Ataris everywhere, right? It's also sort of threatening to resurrect this stone on the bottom here. And he needs a potentially an extra move everywhere. Nothing quite works there. So I'm just going to do this one peep. I had to think about it, though. Now just back to normal endgame. I don't think there's anything special I can do. I was looking at it, but I don't think there's anything special I can do to his group anywhere. So yeah, just regular in-game. Take away some points here should be good. We should be pretty ahead now, I think. And we can just connect here to prevent him from pushing in more. And that cut just doesn't do anything. I don't even need another move, actually. But there's throw-ins and stuff on the other side, so I'm going to block from this side here. I think I can just block normally. This should be fine. We can probably Atari, too. That shouldn't matter too much. So I think we can. And we do want to defend this a little bit, I think. So I think the best way to defend it is probably to play on this side, E1 here. So we just connect. And he's going to make a Seki here, if he really wants it. But I'm fine with that. He has to take a Liberty in order to make it a Seki. Yeah. But that means I can push here directly, and he has to extend instead. And now there is this push and cut. It probably doesn't work,
9,
but it's really
8,
close.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So I think I will push and cut anyway. Just Atari. He's going to owe a couple moves on the inside later. Because we're going to get this Atari as well. And connect here. Oh, that's a good move. That's a good move. I couldn't have gotten that one first, though. Yeah, that was good.
9, 8, 7,
But
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think I'll just connect here for now. He has to go back and capture. I'll just force him to do that real quick. And then I would think I want to just start protecting some of my areas here. I'm not sure which one's better. I think I want this one. Getting rid of a lot of Aji over there. Block. Yep. And just do the small end game stuff now. I don't think there's any Aji here, so I'm not going to try to do anything. But I think I can push here and at least get something. We can probably push over here too. I do probably want to just connect here because I want to make sure I still have the eye over here. And yeah, I think just a couple more in-game moves here. So we'll just Atari. Looks like we can probably just connect on this side. If he throws in here, I might be able to connect. If he throws in there, I can connect as well. So I have to throw in here first, I guess. And I'll eventually owe a move. So this is probably the better connection for me to make. And the other moves are all 2-point moves. And except for this one I guess could be worth more points. You know what? I think this might actually be worth a little bit more.
8,
I think this one might be worth more right now, but I think this one will be worth more in the future. So this is probably the next big move is this area. Yeah, this area first here. I don't know which one I want, but I think it's this one. And he can get 1 point here, unless he wants to get rid of that eye. And then he doesn't get any points here. I do have to worry a little tiny bit, but I can connect underneath like this, so it doesn't matter right now. Yep, this should be good. And yeah, I'm just connected up. He doesn't have enough liberties to do anything. We're good to go, so we can play the other big 2-point move that was over here. Yes, we do want to connect eventually. Can't let him capture those now. Oh, I have a couple fox coins here. Let me grab that. And we can get rid of his eye here. I don't have any eye there. His throw in is not a big deal. So yep, just double checking. If he throws in, I actually gain a point there. I'm not sure that does anything right now. I think we're basically at the end.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Yeah, just a couple moves here. So I'll just connect, I think. Not worry about it. Yep, we just Hane here. He doesn't have enough liberties to do anything. All right, taking away that. It looks like it's just Dame stuff, so we're just going to fill in all the Dame here. So I'll connect my stone first. Probably just connect that. That should be fine. He has to take another liberty on the inside here before anything matters. So let's just take liberties. And I don't have to worry about this because if he does play down here to cut or do anything, I still have the eye here and the liberty on the inside. So I don't have anything to worry about there. And we can likely just play these moves here. Is there anything there?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
No, it looks like
1.
there is not. Looks like there is not. If I messed up, then I lose. Okay. If he captures, I play here. He does this one. Then it is connect and die, so I will just connect here then. We'll get rid of any weird Aji there. I went offline. All right, let's see if he comes back. Look like he's back already, but we'll see if he actually is gone or not. All right, he came back. Cool. And he resigns. Okay. It's basically the end of the game. I always prefer that if we go this far into the game, you shouldn't resign. You should just go to scoring. If I do the score estimate here, it says I'm ahead by about 15.5, and it looks like it's counting basically everything correctly. I probably could have gotten a little bit more points in the corner in the bottom left, but I didn't realize it was a Seki right away. Then afterwards, I realized, oh, wait, it's a Seki. I knew I was alive. That's all I really knew. And then I realized it was a Seki after that. So could have been a couple more points there. Let's say we just go back to before that was a Seki right here into the score estimate. Yeah, so I have about 23 points instead. So that did matter a little bit, but it's not too important overall. This was a much more complicated game. I hope it was still useful, though. It looks like these games are going to be a lot more difficult going forward here. I'm still likely to win so far. I feel like he was looking for every little potential mistake I could have made, like the area on the top here at the very end. He was waiting for me to not connect that, and that's why he resigned. He wanted to see if he could get this little ko in, right? He tried to reduce my liberties here and get rid of my eyes here, right? So then maybe later on, I may forget about my liberties, right? There's a lot of these little things that he was looking for that if I'm not paying attention, I can mess up and die and lose because of. So that's our goal from now on, is to make sure to read and pay attention to liberties and pay attention to these fights here. Hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you guys are having a good day. Have fun.